sing this next song about anything at all.
Welcome, any and all, to the Thursday edition of Dreaming in Paradox. I'm your host, John Olson.
I'm your host, Jose Venutulo.
And joining us, once again, is the wonderful, the talented Briana Redmount.
Oh, what praise.
All right.
There you go.
High praise for our guests.
Yes.
Anyone willing to go through this gauntlet deserves high praise.
Yeah, it's like just candy for the guests. Like, come on.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, they're,
It's the least we can do. It's Thursday.
Yes.
And y'all know what that means.
Yes.
It's time to decide whose topic goes first.
Yes.
See, I won
do it.
last week. Odds or evens?
Right away.
All right, what do you want?
Evens.
All right, I
he
threw out a 2.
wins.
I threw out a 0.
There you go.
For the listeners. So Jose wins.
I want you to start.
You want me to start?
I want you to start.
Oh,
All right.
we choose.
We're
like
going.
that.
We're going to. Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
Whoever wins picks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, going last again. Just trying to secure that last spot. I know what I'm picking the next time I win. So today we're going to move to a topic that we haven't hit in a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Television.
Oh, nice.
That yield medium
Nice.
of the BoobTube.
How do they call it? They call it the big screen is the silver screen, and the
Small screen.
and the television. Well, there's a name. There's another name.
I
for it.
thought
lots of
TV
names for
was
it.
the silver screen.
Oh, TV is the
No.
silver. So which one is
No,
that?
the silver screen is the big screen.
Oh.
Yeah, you want to be on the silver screen because
This
they would
is
put
the-
up the silver
This is
screen.
the bronze screen.
Right. The
What's
the
the
idiot
gold-
box.
What's the golden screen?
The idiot box.
No.
There's so many names to TV.
There's so many names.
We're
Little
gonna
box.
narrow it down. We're not
Yes.
gonna talk about all of TV. We're gonna talk about sitcoms today.
Nice.
What are
sitcoms?
some of our favorite sitcoms of all time?
Good.
I don't think I'm gonna narrow it down to one. I think I kind of want to let us wander around if we want to wander around.
Wiggle along.
Sitcom.
Sitcoms are tough, and there's many variety. It's a pretty broad topic.
Mm-hmm.
In that, you've got your traditionals. You've got your, what was that?
Classics.
Those were the days. What's that one? The Archie Bunker.
Oh.
You've got like
Oh,
that
you're
kind
talking
of
about
thing.
the Brady Bunch?
No.
Oh.
He's talking about the racist one.
Yeah, the racist. But that
Where's
was
the
like
Polish son-in-law.
the old school style.
And
So
The one
you-
that says like one of these
Right.
days.
Yeah.
Power right to the moon.
You've got your family ties.
yes. I
Yeah.
think so.
You've
I
got
think
your.
that's it. What is that old one?
No, I can't remember.
I can't remember. Okay, go past it. We'll think
Black
of
and
it
white,
later.
isn't it?
No.
No.
Oh no. Then we're talking about one different because I'm talking about the guy who's the milkman.
Straight to the moon. You're talking about that.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
one of these
that's
days.
the honeymooners.
Honeymooners.
Right. Pound right to the moon. It's like whoa.
Right.
Yeah,
The things that were permissible back then.
Yeah.
yeah. And she just kind of goes, "Oh, him." I forgot what his name was.
Yeah.
I love.
I should know.
Did you ever see there was an episode on
Family Guy?
Family Guy where he actually punches
Yeah,
her?
yeah, it's awful. And then it's just like he backs
He
out.
just backs out.
He just backs out of the room. Yeah, straight to the moon. Yes. Ooh.
He just decks
Family
her.
Oh my.
You could also go with Family Guy.
Family, yeah.
You
I mean,
know.
yeah, Family Guy is a sitcom.
Family Guy's
Is
a
it a
sitcom.
sitcom?
Absolutely.
I guess because
Yes.
it plays on the
It
family.
is an
kind of-
episodic situational comedy.
What was the origin of sitcoms? Like it was something like I Love Lucy. Was that kind of
That's
like?
like-
I
one
mean,
of the
Honeymooners is one of
Honeymooners is
the
one of the
first
first.
ones, isn't it?
It's one of the absolute first on TV.
You've got things like the Dick Van Dyke
Oh
Show,
no, there's
Odd Couple.
Odd Couples one.
Odd Couple's a
Odd
really old
Couple,
one.
but before even there was the one that Mickey Rooney used to do when he was like a
yeah.
freaking child.
Yeah.
Mickey Rooney used to do one, and he used to drive a car that was like one of those cars. Like back then, it was like the latest model, and today it's like, whoa, what's up with that car? I don't remember the name though, but Mickey
Yeah.
Rooney used to be in a sitcom. But like, we're talking
I don't
what,
know.
30s?
I don't know it.
What?
They go back.
It's got to be 40s.
They go back.
Gotta be when TV was on.
It's about
isn't
as
it?
old as TV.
Yeah.
The sitcom.
That's crazy.
It's been with
man.
us in many a form. I've got a few favorites.
Okay.
It's tough to pick.
Tell us about those.
Mine, I feel like, are not so much your really high-rated staples,
Okay.
but they're funny.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give a shout out to Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, nice.
A little show that is extremely irreverent and very close to my heart. Yeah, it's just like, it's always as crude as can be. It is about the most horrible people on imaginable. And so, like, if they can take it there, they take it there.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Danny DeVito? That's Danny DeVito,
Yeah.
that one?
Yes,
Yeah, they did a season.
It's about the bar, isn't it? They have
Yeah.
a bar.
Yeah, they own a bar. I guess they were gonna cancel the show, but Danny DeVito liked it.
And
Danny
kept
DeVito.
And
it
they were
going,
like, you
yeah.
can have, do you want Danny DeVito on the show? The story would go something like this. They're like, do you want Danny DeVito on the show? And they're like, we don't really want to like add this extra character. And they're like, well, we could cancel you. And so they're like, Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, welcome to the
wasn't
show.
originally
Yeah, he
a
liked
part
the
of
show. Whole first season, he's not there. People didn't start watching Sunny in Philadelphia until like the third or fourth season.
Yeah.
It was really unpopular until then.
Hmm.
And like they're on 10 now. They've done 10
Yeah.
Oh,
seasons now.
wow, really?
Crazy.
It's on
They've
that
done
long.
10 seasons now. I'm pretty far behind on it actually, just because I don't have cable and
Yeah.
I catch here and there. But yeah, 10-year run, and they started picking up popularity probably third, fourth season. People actually started catching on. Real quick, time out. So, yeah, and it was it's even the first season without Danny DeVito is really funny, but they really use him in such a good way. He's just like so shameless
Yeah.
on the show. Like he's really just not afraid to make himself look the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, like man,
Yes.
I've never seen someone so willing to just make themselves look so horrible.
Well, he has the reputation of doing that.
Yeah.
He first became part of the consciousness of television through Taxi.
True, and he was kind of not despicable, but he was definitely a strong,
Strong character.
Yeah.
not happy person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always made fun of him, and he's actually very greedy and very mean.
Yeah.
But people were mean.
That's what
back
allows
to
you to make
him,
fun of him,
so,
right?
Yeah.
And he's an odd-looking
And
person.
it was,
He's
and
got an odd
it's
shape.
such a great moment when, and it happened every episode, even if you knew exactly what was going to happen, because he's in his little box cage thing as the person who calls out the taxi numbers and stuff like that, and he is regular height, and then he comes out of the box to yell at someone, and he's half the height of everyone on the set, and it's so funny every time.
Always willing to use how he looks for a laugh.
Yeah.
But like Always Sunny takes it to new levels, because like he'll be like in his underwear and like greased up,
Yeah.
and just like digging through a dumpster. Like it don't matter. There's no shame.
Yeah, no shame with him.
And like they really took to him, and like he became, kind of, I think, father figure for the show.
Yeah.
Can see that.
It's a good one, and I think
I need to give it another shot. I
Give it a shot.
saw one or two episodes, and
Yeah.
it wasn't my cup of tea. But I guess that I should.
I feel
get
like
back to
they
it.
have, they're not on always, but I feel like if you started with some of the right episodes, it'll sell it to you. Sometimes they go so overboard.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, especially the further in you get, they just like, there's no filter. There's no don't cross. There's no line that they won't cross.
That's interesting. That sounds like something I would enjoy.
Because it's fun,
Probably.
and they get away with a lot because it's very clear that they're despicable, and they always kind of get what they deserve.
Yeah.
To a large extent.
They don't really make
Yeah.
it out big in the end.
Yeah,
Like,
no, they
Still on? Is it still on?
it's still on. It's in between seasons right now.
Oh,
but
interesting.
I believe they're coming back.
TV
What's his
season is
name?
about to start again, isn't it?
Rob McElhaney, who is the showrunner who created the show, who plays Mac. He's directing his first feature coming up.
Oh wow.
Which
Yeah,
one's
because he
that?
directs most.
Is he the one who yells all the time?
No.
Do you know
Mac
who I'm
is the one
talking
who's
about who yells all
married
the
to
time?
Dee. He's
Oh,
the one who's
okay.
married to
In real life.
in real life. He's He's married to.
Who's the one who yells all the time?
You talking about Charlie?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's all he does. He only yells. He only has like 2 decibels, and it's yelling, and then like even louder yelling.
He's great. I don't know. I like.
He's
them all.
funny.
He's great. But yeah, so he's directing his first film. I think if I remember right, it's one of these board game adaptations.
What?
I think, or no, I think he got the Minecraft movie.
There is a Minecraft movie?
They just recently announced it. I listened to an interview with him on Marin's podcast. It's a good podcast if you like interviews. And he had like just signed a deal and just signed like an NDA, so he couldn't say what it was. He was like, it's like this family adventure film. And then a few weeks later, I saw in the news that he's doing a Minecraft movie. And I think he wrote it.
There's no
crazy.
story to Minecraft.
Yeah, that's what we talked about this on one of our previous episodes.
Right,
no, it's all right. I'll just recap briefly about how like it's ridiculous how they make a movie about anything. And like there's supposedly a Tetris movie in the works.
Nope.
Talk about a story with no game. Talk about a game with no story.
Well, I mean,
hipster nonsense.
There was Battleship.
Yeah,
Also
which I think
nonsense.
is ridiculous. Hipster.
And you know what? Like
What's hipster about that?
And I liked it.
You liked it?
I like Battleship.
Get out of here.
Sorry.
Get outta here.
Get off the show.
I like Battleship.
Anyway, okay, we're moving on. Let's see. Are you done? Sorry.
I think I'm done with Always Sunny.
Yeah.
I've got some others, but if you've got any you want to throw
Let's do
out there.
1-1-1 and then go back 1-1-1.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Modern Family.
Modern Family's great.
Modern Family is brilliant.
It's
I don't know
so
anybody
funny.
who does not laugh at it.
Yes.
Like,
That's the thing. You watch it and like it is laugh out loud funny.
laugh out loud
Consistently.
funny. Yeah.
Ty Burrell is like
Ty Burrell, I
my
was just about to mention it.
favorite
He
ever
is
on that, especially on that.
great.
He's amazing.
He's so great at like the small moments of the show.
Yeah.
And he can
gets
play
the
it
doofy heart of
comedically.
things.
Yeah, but he's got a heart, and like he can also be very. I don't know. He's a good actor in my book.
He's very good. There really isn't like a bad actor on that show. It's really good. That's another one I'm behind on that. Like I binge watched the first 2.5 seasons and then I caught up, and now I've seen episodes here and there.
Yeah, Hulu pretends like it has Modern Family on it, but it only has like the last couple of episodes.
Yeah, the most recent one.
And then it'll pretend like you can see stuff from season 2. I'm like, I'll click on that, and it's just like behind the scenes clips
like,
or something
yeah.
like that. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah,
Evil.
So I haven't seen all the episodes, of course.
Yeah.
But
Do better, Hulu.
Yeah. But I love that show. If it's on TV, and I love it when it's on like
That's a good
Marathon,
one.
you can
That's a
just
good one.
sit and watch
Sit
it.
and watch a couple.
That
of
is
them.
one that like if it's on, I'll just watch.
And if
one
you have
after
seen the
another
episode
after
already,
another.
it doesn't matter. You still enjoy it.
Yeah.
The chemistry between these people,
Yeah.
it's what makes it.
It's
You know, like
amazing.
I don't take away the fact that they're all great performers.
And they've been on long enough
But
that
it's
they've
that
been able to like
chemistry.
pair pretty much every variation, and they're always good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all the cast members have good
And
chemistry with each other.
consistent. And
Yeah.
consistent. That's
Yeah.
something that sometimes in TV series is a little difficult. You see them going out of like, but these characters feel so consistent, like almost to the point that
Yeah.
when you see the plot, you can kind of predict
Yeah.
Yeah, to
what
some
is going to
extent.
happen because they are so consistent.
Yeah, you can
on
predict
it.
the plots, but the jokes.
Exactly.
I feel
It
like the
still
jokes you
surprises
can't.
you.
Yeah, the
It's
jokes
still-
surprise
Always,
you. Like they
always.
always have just like these really clever. Sometimes they like have a big build up, too. Like kind of a roundabout thing, and you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Yeah, I totally like forgotten about that.
Yeah.
I forgot
And
about
now
that too.
that you mentioned, I'm so glad you brought it
Yeah.
up because it really is up
I
there.
actually thought of it while you were talking.
That happens.
There you go. There you go.
I like didn't
Very
think of it.
fresh.
I'd forgotten about it. I was like, oh yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it is considered a sitcom. Because
the
I was
magic.
wondering also like, what is a sitcom? Like, is a comedic show always going to be a sitcom?
No, not always. I mean, largely.
Like,
Yeah.
so 30 Rock is considered a sitcom.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little more
Just
on the
because
absurd,
it's
but sure. It's
situational.
situational.
That's
The
what
comedy
sits-
is right.
that's
Yeah,
what sits-
situational comedy.
Situational comedy. See?
Explains so much
You learn something new.
because it's about the situation. situation. And that's not the guy from Jersey. I'm not talking about
Not
this
that
situation. Not that situation.
No.
Which I think, by the way,
I hadn't even thought of
I think, by the way,
It
is
took
the most awesome nickname I have ever heard of anything.
Situation.
As somebody's called this situation, like I love that. I'm sorry, I just had to it's the only good thing about that show.
That's so funny.
That nickname.
So what's your favorite situational comedy?
Oh God! I mean, are we gonna do the favorite right away?
I mean, I don't
Or
know.
pick one right now. And
Well, because
make
I
sure
want
we
to
get
save.
to
I
it.
want to
Yeah,
save.
save
I want to
it.
save my favorite, which is the one
Well,
that
at least
I
get
would not
two.
miss an episode right now. But I grew up with sitcoms from the 60s, from the 50s, even from the 70s
Yeah,
back in Venezuela, because apparently that was the only thing the Venezuelan TV could afford. But I'm very fond of Friends.
Okay.
I'm very, very fond of Friends. My sister bought the whole 10 season DVD pack, and I just ate it.
Yeah.
I just saw the whole thing, and
That's another one that's easy to just have on.
yes,
and
you can have it in the background, you know, and it's like, and I feel when Friends was peaking, I feel that Friends became the substitute of Cheers, which I think it was the Friends of its time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never got really into Cheers. But I acknowledge that it ran for so many seasons. It had cast change and all that stuff.
Right.
But I feel like Friends was the modern version back in the day of what Cheers was. But no, I mean Friends, everybody.
Yeah.
The song still makes you, you hear it on TV, you're passing, and then it's like you're passing and you go like, that's
it. Really it was the stepping stone for other sitcoms of the time. Like,
yes.
There was nothing like it at that time.
Yeah, strangely enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the precursor for How I Met Your Mother and things like that.
Which is which is an honorable mention.
It's an honorable mention. Is about the single person and their friends in a big city, or just starting out being the poor people that we are. It's about us.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's definitely. I mean,
it's so 90s.
It is so 90s.
It's weird how it even when it spills into the 2000s, it's so.
It still feels.
Its heart is in the 90s.
It still feels like the 90s. The 90s produced one of the greatest TV series. I mean, at least maybe
a lot of good shows came out of the 90s.
Maybe it's because that's when I used to watch them more often.
Yeah.
But I would sit down and watch Friends. I would sit down and watch Mad About You, which was the one with Helen Hunt and Paul Reiser. Was Paul Reiser or
Paul Reiser?
Paul Reiser. But was him? Yeah. Was him? Yeah.
Yes. I remember that show.
was I never do
I
into
think
Seinfeld.
Paul
For
Reiser
some
just whines
reason,
about everything the whole time.
Seinfeld never made it for me.
No, I was never a Seinfeld fan.
Seinfeld never made it for me. I
The
don't know.
situations in Seinfeld are pretty classic. I have to defend it a little bit.
Defend it,
it's not one of my personal favorites. I'm more a fan of Larry David's follow-up, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes.
I think it's a better version of Seinfeld, personally. But Seinfeld it just has a lot of good, timeless humor, because it's all just about these sort of, unwritten rules that we all follow in our modern society. And the show gets zanier as it goes along. I don't know if you followed Seinfeld, but it gets pretty ridiculous. It is a good show, and I just feel like you go back and watch it, and every episode feels like a classic episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can kind of hit any one, and it's they're all funny enough, and they all just feel like classic Seinfeld. Seinfeld's a show when I watch it, I'm it feels timeless in a way that I have a hard time picturing Seinfeld being a new show. Even when it was on, even when you watch a new show, I always kind of felt like I was watching a show an episode that had been rerun a whole bunch of times or something. There's something about it that is a little bit timeless. So I gotta stick up for it a little bit.
You watch Third Rock from the Sun?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched a
my
lot.
I love that.
Yeah.
John Lithgow, it's phenomenal.
John Lithgow's great.
He's great.
Phenomenal.
And then
oh my
the
god.
woman from SNL as well, who did Coneheads and stuff.
yeah.
What's
Yes.
her name?
Yeah, no, it's like there, but I don't want to
Something
get it
like
wrong.
that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then it had little baby.
Little baby Joseph.
Yeah,
Joseph.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He
Who knew?
He knew.
Who knew
like,
that was
he
gonna
had
happen?
that haircut, like long
The
hair,
long hair.
and he played the older.
Near the end of the
The
show,
Alien.
oldest
that-
alien.
yeah.
He's the oldest
And
one.
had to play the kid.
Yes.
Near the end of the show, he did cut his hair.
Yeah,
I think
he
in
did.
like the
He
last
did.
couple seasons or something.
Because he got older. He was like, in
Yeah.
his 20s by the time.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, it was a good show. And what was the lieutenant's? That actress. I haven't
That
seen her do a
actress,
whole
Yeah,
lot
that
since.
actress. I've seen her in a couple
But
of things,
she's
but never in.
brilliant on
Yeah,
She
that
was
show.
great. She was great, and
Because she's like, as an alien, I think they don't have gender or something like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then she had to like try and figure out how to be a female
Mhm.
on Earth, and like as an alien, she's the weapons expert. She's the
Yeah.
war one.
Yeah, so she's always kind of battling with that
Yeah.
persona versus
Mhm.
how she's supposed to.
Yeah.
And she played it so well. She was so like over the top, like I don't know. I really I did enjoy that very very much. I mean, you have things like Mork and Mindy, which is like classics
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Never
I
saw
love like I grew up watching I Dream of Jeannie,
Oh, of course.
Bewitched,
Yeah.
The Monsters,
Oh, wow.
The Addams Family. This is the TV that I would watch when I was a kid.
I've seen My Dream of Genie. I've
They
seen
were
some
great.
Monsters.
I Love Lucy, the
I Love
Dick Van
Lucy.
Dyke Show I mentioned a little earlier.
I don't think I ever
are
saw
some
any
other
real
ones?
Dick Van Dyke episode shows.
It holds up amazingly well. Not every episode, but like he is an amazing presence, and like
I don't think I've ever
Even
seen it.
though
Now
it's
that I'm
kind
thinking
of
about it,
like-
I
I've
don't
never seen
think
it
I've
either.
ever saw
and
it.
he works as a writer for a show. I think, or like maybe a copy writer or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, he works with two other people, and one of them is a woman, and they never really talk about her not being married or if she's married. Like she's just a career woman, and they don't bring it up.
Ahead
And
of
it's
its
like
time.
my mom says that when she would sneak out of her room and like watch the TV like from behind the couch, like where her parents were watching, to watch it because it was like this really amazing show and it was so funny. And she's like, I'm sure my parents knew I was like hiding behind the door, but
And Dick Van Dyke was amazing.
yeah.
Are you too young to see Alf? To have seen Alf?
I don't really remember Alf. I mean, like there were a lot of references to Alf when I was young, but I was too little. Yeah, I am too young.
Because when I was growing up,
He ate
he ate cats. he loved the pussy. But I had like back then I had like the 1960s, 1950. But then there were back in the 90s they start picking up, and then that's when I get Full House, Step by Step,
all
Alf.
Do you remember the dinosaurs?
Yeah,
one?
Watch
the
Family
ones like
Matters?
Family Ties.
Watch
like
Family Matters.
Family.
That one I watched a lot of.
Yeah,
It was
Family
just
Ties is older.
Family Matters
Family
was
Ties
just
is older,
on
yeah.
at like the right time. That like I think we got home from school.
Which
and it was
one's
just
I mean,
the-
Family
Saved by the
Matters?
Bell.
Family Matters is the one with Urkel.
Oh yeah.
Saved by the Bell is a sitcom, man.
Saved by the
Yeah,
Bell.
Saved
Yeah,
by
we
the
use
Bell.
it here
Yeah,
constantly.
we reference
We
it.
do. We reference it
Yeah.
constantly.
No.
Jack Norris
grew
was a
up-
terrible
Oh,
human being.
just like well, I mean, it was fun.
It's fun.
Kelly
but
Kapowski
but
was
like,
like
it's
a
one of
crush.
those. It's one of
Yeah.
those when you really think about it.
But you know what?
But Mario Lopez was on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mario
right.
Lopez. But I
Professional
had
MC.
the
Or-
greatest
yeah.
crush on Jesse. Jesse was like my character on Saved by the Bell. Jesse
Oh,
was
Jesse
like,
was the hotness.
I was
she was
like,
like freaking.
like Jesse.
What's
Uncle
her
Jesse?
What's her name? No, Uncle Jesse.
Not that
Jesse
Jesse.
from Saved by the other Jesse.
He was the hotness in his own right.
She's Elizabeth Berkley, isn't it? Elizabeth
yeah,
Berkley.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who's the one on
Berkley.
Showgirls? Who's
Yes,
that?
exactly. She's the one in
curly hair
Showgirls.
one?
Oh, is Jesse
Yes.
the one that's on Showgirls? Who's the other one? Zach's on it again. I think
Kelly, you
girlfriend.
want to play
Kelly.
Kelly Kapowski?
Kelly.
Kelly Kapowski.
I liked Kelly.
Kelly,
I was
yeah,
more of a
Kelly was
Kelly.
like the cheerleader, and Jesse was like the brainy, and then I loved the brainy. I was like,
Yeah.
put a lab coat on that, and that's I'm game. I was like, I'm sold.
I have seen Showgirls,
Right.
the movie that
Showgirls.
tanked her career.
Did she really? Was she really ever gonna have one?
I don't know. Maybe we'll never know.
We'll never know now.
We'll never know.
But maybe like Mike more currents. You said it was always on in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Your
Modern Family.
Modern Family.
What do you got?
I am a fan of the Goldbergs.
The Goldbergs. That's
The
right.
Goldbergs.
Yeah, you are like the biggest proponent.
And
of
it's
this
like
show.
it's like
I gotta try. I gotta give it a
can't
shot.
When
You've
I
said it too many times.
you know
for me
you know
not to
when you
try
know
it.
when I go on Hulu, because I watch them on Hulu, I have them there, and then I watch all the ones that, except I haven't seen that one like that much, but I have all the shows, and then I always, if there is a new episode of the Goldbergs, that's the last one I want to watch.
You save it.
Yeah, save it because it's just
It's just
I
gonna
has
be
a,
so good.
and it's only because it's the same effect that 70s show had, which I didn't.
I watched
grow,
that
I
70s
didn't-
show in high school.
I didn't grow
like
up in
crazy.
the 70s. I like
Neither
that
did I.
80s show that got canceled,
It
but
only had like 3 episodes.
I know they canceled. I don't know why. I was enjoying it,
And
but
we watched it.
what
Except for you.
what the Goldbergs does for me, it's that it's a trip. It's a trip because the kid does everything that I did. You know, the
Yeah.
kid is like, this is a super relatable show for me. And when you think about it, when you think how sitcoms go, that's what that 70s show came at the moment in which people who will watch sitcoms who have grown in the 70s will be hooked by it. Then now they're making the 80s shows. Why?
That
Because
was the problem with the 80s
because
show,
it's
is
my
'cause it was
generation,
too
and then we're the one who can
soon.
spend money.
Yes,
We're the ones who want memorabilia, and then they give us. And I bet you that
Well,
10
because
years
then
from
you
now will
think
be the
about-
90s.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like you're like I'm a child of the 90s essentially. So like when I get into a position where I can make something, like if I'm making it about my history, it's gonna be 90s.
It's gonna
And, like
be
that's
90s.
just how it happens.
And that will happen. I bet you that 10 years from now, or 5 or 7 years from now, there will be a sitcom based on the 90s, and you will be a fan of it. Because it's
possible.
just like you will be right in the
you know,
moment.
if
in
we're
which you
doing
need it.
there is one about the 90s now that you show me, Fresh Off the Boat. I have
Fresh
to
Off the
Oh, Fresh Off the
Boat.
Boat.
I have to
I-
give it a shout out because
Yeah.
I
it's
watch it too.
just really funny.
I watch it too.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing the ads being like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
But
You know,
The mother is hilarious.
mother's
The
hilarious.
mother is hilarious.
Amazing.
Hilarious.
yeah.
She
The dad too.
and
The
the
dad
dad.
too is
The
also,
dad's
but the mother does kind of steal the show.
He's
Yeah.
up and coming. Like this guy, you've seen like he was in the interview. He was Kim Jong Un in the interview.
Was that him?
Yeah, it was him.
I didn't see that.
It was- he had played Chinese, Korean. Like he plays like he doesn't care. He's like, I'm Asian. I'm gonna just bank on it. Like it's like he plays any kind of like as long as he can relate.
Yeah, I have to give a quick shout out to Futurama. One of my
Is it a
classics.
sitcom?
It is like almost a traditional sitcom. It's just about it's where The Simpsons is like a family life sitcom. Futurama is a workplace sitcom.
Oh,
I
So it's
guess.
literally like they're the Planet Express team, and like they're lazy and bad at their job, and like spend very little time doing their job. Occasionally, it's the excuse for, shenanigans, and mostly it's excuse for shenanigans.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely it's a sitcom. I guess it is kind of hard to pin down what's not a sitcom.
Yeah.
Because on TV it's like if it's a comedy, mostly it's situational comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be hard pressed to tell you what's not.
That's true.
Something that's like a
Yeah.
That is
If,
true.
Rom-
if you
rom-com.
guys listening at home know, please.
if you can tell us.
Oh yeah,
the
if you can
difference,
shed some light on it. Just like
tweet it to me.
take that Twitter and then just
Yeah.
tweet it to him, tweet it to me, tweet it to her. And on that note, I think you should give our tweet handle.
Yeah, man. It went by
It's
quick.
crazy. It's
Went
just
by
like
quick.
it's so.
It was a little broad. We'll come back to more specifics.
There's more meat in that.
There's more meat on that bone.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much meat in that bone.
And so we'll revisit.
that phrase.
We haven't done as much TV, and I wanted to hit it.
yeah, we need
So I
to hit
think
it.
it's
Especially because now sitcoms, but there's Game of Thrones. There's like some others,
Yeah.
so many other things
There's
that I
dramas,
don't watch
there's all
that we
kinds of
should talk
stuff.
about.
Yeah.
all right. If you like this episode, share it. Let us know what your favorite sitcoms are. Let us know what you think defines a sitcom beyond having situations that are comedic.
Yeah.
What's funny?
what makes
did
a
we
good
forget?
Yeah.
There's got to be sitcoms we totally didn't
Oh, I'm
mention.
sure there's a ton. I can
Did
think
we
of a
mention
bunch.
I Love Lucy? That needs to be thrown out there.
We did.
Oh,
we
yeah,
mentioned
we
I
did.
Love Lucy.
We
We
did
didn't
mention it.
mention Scrubs.
Scrubs.
Which is a good
That's
one.
a good one.
There's so many. I'm sure we missed a bunch. Let us know what we missed. If we angered you by missing your favorite,
Exactly.
let us know.
Exactly. Or maybe you'll come to
Or
the
if
show.
we hit your favorite,
Exactly. You
give
agree
it,
with us?
Give it an extra
Let us
thumbs
know.
up. So share the show. like it, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Thursday. And if you want to get in touch with us, you can get in touch with me on Twitter at John and Paradox. You can get in touch with
me
Briana.
at B Redmount.
Me at Jose in Paradox. And with that said, friends for the future, we say bye from the past.